Mary Ellen Mark is an American photographer who focuses on showing her viewers unusual yet fascinating subjects, bringing to light social issues including poverty, homelessness, gay rights, drug addiction, prostitution, and even circus life. Mary Ellen has spent her career focusing on these things in order to bring light to people that are many times ignored by society, to find beauty in pain and suffering. These first two photographs were taken at a dispensary just outside of Calcutta, India, at the Mother Teresa's Mission Charity in 1981, which was also called the Home for the Dying. Here, you see a father holding his dying child. Mary Ellen is able to capture this deep emotion through her photographs, and this photo is no exception. Next, you see the girls' dormitory at the Home for the Dying. Mary uses aperture to define the girl on her bed in the foreground, bringing focus to her, while still revealing an entire room of children dying in the background. This next image is a famous portrait photograph which can both stand on its own as a strong image and is also part of a larger essay depicting mental illness. Here, Mary Ellen captures her subject, Laurie, a patient at the Oregon State Hospital, as she is taking a bath. Her subject is making direct eye contact with the photographer, and all you can see above the foamy water is her head, showing her vulnerability and desire for solitude. The photo, being in black and white, places emphasis on the subject, while still providing texture and contrast with the bath foam and the tile floor. Both the foreground and background are in focus here, which emphasizes this texture even more. This photograph of Laurie was one of many included in her scrapbook of the patients at the Oregon State Hospital, Ward 81, where Mary Ellen spent 36 days living with these patients. Getting to know their personalities, earning their trust, and sharing their stories with the outside world, which these women may never experience again. This next image was taken at the Gay Parade in Manhattan, New York in 1997. Here, the subject is a transgendered woman in full makeup, wearing an American flag dress, walking in the gay parade. Here, Mary Ellen uses black and white photography to draw focus to the subject, who may have been lost in all the color otherwise, as well as using two-point focus from the skyscrapers in the background to draw the eye back to the subject. Just behind the subject is a man who embodies the stereotypical male with a t-shirt, baseball cap, while enjoying his food on the go. Mary Ellen keeps him in clear focus to provide a stark contrast between this transgendered man or woman, as one is typical of society in comparison to the man dressed as a woman in full makeup. This contrast between what is normal in society and what is abnormal allows this famous photograph to stand on its own as both a great photojournalist style photograph and a perfectly composed portrait. Next is another famous New York photograph taken by Mary Ellen. She uses the photojournalist style to capture the scene in downtown Manhattan on September 11, 2003, just 2 years after the attacks on the World Trade Center. Mary Ellen continues here with her signature black and white style, as the American flag shows motion as it waves in the wind proudly atop the busy street below. The flag takes up almost the entire frame, providing emphasis on Americanism through this easily recognizable symbol of America. In the bottom corner, you can see the contrasting subjects who appear to be going about their normal day, rushing around the financial district in Manhattan. The shadows cast by the flag on the woman's face adds depth and contrast to the photograph without making it busy, due to the fact that most of the frame is taken up by the proudly waving flag. This final image shows Mary Ellen Mark's portrait work. Here, her subject is the famous actor Johnny Depp, taken in 1993, who she says is one of her favorite people to photograph today. Johnny Depp's personality shines through this image, as he nervously bites his nails while smoking a cigarette. The simplicity of the image is emphasized through her signature black and white style, as the natural lighting is being cast from the side of Mr. Depp, shining light on his face and hand, while casting a contrasting shadow across his neck and shoulder. The lighting manages to illuminate the smoke from the cigarette, providing interest and texture to this completely black and white image. This photo is even more effective as Johnny Depp looks away from the photographer with his intense eyes. You are left to only wonder what he is thinking as he gnaws on his nails and smokes a cigarette. Mary Ellen is not only a photojournalist, she is one of the greatest portrait photographers of all time, having sat and photographed thousands of celebrities over her long, successful career.